This is Mad Cards 2539, and this is the Wild West Aces tutorial. I didn't think I needed a tutorial, but I decided to post one anyways. The trick is simple enough. I think you can figure it out on your own. But, I'll post the tutorial anyways. So here's the tutorial for it. What you need for the trick, of course, 4 aces. Alright? So you have the 4 aces, and the rest of the cards are shuffled. The setup for the trick, there's a setup. Okay. So, you have the 4 aces. It doesn't matter which one, just take one of the aces and put it on the bottom of the deck the opposite direction. Right? So yeah, you have the whole deck face down, but on the other side you have the ace face down. Right? And you want to start with the deck right side up. Don't flash that card. Alright? And then you have these 3 left. And whichever 2 colors you're left with, you want to stick the other color between them, if that makes sense. So since I'm stuck with 2 red cards, I'll stick the black card between them. Okay? So I sandwiched them and I'll put them on top. Alright, now you're ready to start the trick. What you do first is you show the first ace, the ace of hearts. Right? And you can hold that or set it down. Alright? Now what you want to do is you want to do a double lift. And then put this ace on top of the double lift. Right? So if I can show you that again. So you have the sandwich right here on top. So what you do is you show the first ace. Right? And if you're doing this when you're holding it, then you just want to hold it like this, and you want to hold it a little bit deep so you can use your fingers to grab a little bit. Use your thumb to peel off the 2 cards right here that you can see. And then just push them together. And then just take it off. Right? Just flip it over. And then you have the 2 aces right there. Right? And then that's really a double right there. Alright? So you want to have whatever the double is behind the single card. Alright? So then you want to flip it over, which ends up with the other colored ace on the top. Alright? So now what you want to do is you want to have a spectator pick a card and say you have, and remember that you have the 2 red aces on the top. That's what they think. You have the spectator memorize the card. Now what you do is you just take off the top 2 cards. Say I have the 2 red aces here when they're not, so don't show them. Alright? Now say I'll stick it right here in between. It's okay if you look at the card. I'll stick it right here in between. And as you're looking at that, you want to get a pinky break on the top card. See a pinky break on the top card? And then you want to say, okay, so I have the 2 red aces sandwiched. And your card is sandwiched between them. Sorry. Yeah, okay. And then you should hold that pinky break. You put it back on top. Alright? And then you want to snap your fingers and say, and it's okay if you, after you put the cards back on top, it's okay if you show the pinky break. It's actually okay. So, let's go back to here. So, like, now you don't know I'm holding a pinky break, but then once you put them back on top, it's okay to hold a pinky break so they know you're holding the cards to show them again. So you can say, here's the 2 red aces and your cards in between them. Now if I snap my fingers, now it's gone. Just take the top 2 cards off and don't flash this card. So just leave it squared and show that these 2, and you can inspect them. Alright, now what you want to do is you want to swing cut or cut, whatever you want to do. You should learn a swing cut. It's really good for a lot of tricks. And then snap your fingers, whatever gesture you want to do, and then the trick is done. You have 2 black aces with a card between them, and that's their chosen card.